And so then that leads to our next tool, which is the Bong Sao. And a lot of people have a misconception with Bong Sao. They just think it's just this block that's right here. And you know, when somebody's kind of further away, then this block doesn't work very well because the punch can go right over it, right? And so this Bong Sao has to actually be in closer. So when somebody's throwing a punch, that angle brings it up and in and back towards them. And so this Bong Sao or wing arm, which is again at another 135-degree angle, the arm itself and the elbow, and then also 135 degrees with the hand, okay? And then that is situated where the shoulder is kind of forward and the center line crosses the wrist, okay? So then that way when force pushes against one side of the Bong Sao, that it can dissolve and turn into a Tan Sao, right? And on the other side, it can then again dissolve into an elbow and then back into a Tan Sao, right? So Bong Sao is very useful as far as if somebody grabs you and pulls you, you just turn the grabbed hands into a Bong Sao and you'll hit them with it. So it's actually very powerful, not just a block, but a very powerful weapon to come in and jam the arms of the opponent and push their arms back and actually move into their body and hit them. Since this won't collapse, then the whole body gets behind the Bong Sao. And you can actually launch that into somebody. And so there were times when I was playing around with Tai Chi guys and they'd grab one of my arms and they'd go empty and pull me. And I would just, when they'd grab me, I would just turn it into a Bong Sao and I'd bounce right into them. And they'd go to try to pull me and it would hit them and almost disturb their roots, right? Because they're not used to somebody, when you get pulled, they're used to people losing their balance and not somebody who skates forward like we do in Wing Chun. Okay. So anyway, Bong Sao is the only tool that really has the elbow out. And so it's kind of a transitory tool that comes outward, but then it comes back in. And so in Wing Chun, we constantly go back and forth from Bong Sao to Tan Sao, and then maybe a strike or a push or a palm, and then back into Tan Sao or back into Bong Sao, right? And so Bong Sao is our basically horizontal 135-degree angle. Tan Sao is a vertical one. And then we also have, by turning the hand over and relaxing it into kind of a hook, we have a Fook Sao, which again has a 135-degree angle. And then that usually will stick onto an opponent's arms and kind of control them, okay? So when the opponent tries to move past the arm or underneath the arm, then it will turn into another tool, either a Tan Sao, a Bong Sao, a Dai Bong, which is a low Bong Sao, okay? And then after we change it, then it comes forward into a strike, And so with Wing Chun, we tend to intercept whatever's coming. We'll intercept, you know, so it's not really blocking, but it's meeting the opponent's energy and then turning and then finding the opening and striking, right? And it's usually multiple strikes. Okay, well, thanks again for joining me.